What's up with this flute thing? Is that a real flute or a keyboard?
It's a keyboard.
It sounds so good.
It's cool.
Like you could feel the breath.
Yeah.
I love that. Should we get Ian Anderson on it?
If you can get somebody that really can play like that, go for it.
I'm sure we can get Ian Anderson.
Okay.
And I think I'll go the way, walking with the worldly wise man. Dun, 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 dun. I didn't do that, but it might be cool. And it seems good to me. 'Cause it seems good to me to be born left on land.
Maybe that can go. Oh no, I love all this songs. I thought we had resolved this.
I don't think so. Well, what Eric suggests, try Eric's suggestion. He's saying, and then, but I only use that just to get to it, like,
I got it.
and then you're saying, right? Into the change, but now it feels so wrong. There's mountains in my way, and I just can't go on. How did I get Yesterday was one of the roughest days that we've had in recent memory. Yeah, we're just not, Mike and I particularly are not agreeing on how this album should go. And it's rough. he's a little checked out, and I wasn't happy, and so we finally just quit yesterday.
So, at first I was very reluctant to have a double album. I was really giving the guys a lot of resistance, mainly because Dream Theater had just done a double concept album that had just come out, and the idea of us doing a double concept album, I just knew that it was inevitably going to be compared to them, and I didn't want it to look like we were copying them, and I just the whole comparison thing really had me really reluctant to make a double album.
And so I'm trying to figure out, the basic thing is, he wants it to be a single CD, so I don't think he really wants to go on the journey. I'm working from this Pilgrim's Progress book, because that's where it started from. Somebody emailed me and said, hey, have you considered doing a concept album on Pilgrim's Progress? I didn't really want to do it, actually, at first, but I came in to the studio in December, and I had some ideas that I liked, but I wasn't sure where they were going. I felt like I needed some kind of direction, so I looked at the Spark. I didn't have the book yet. I looked at the Spark notes on my phone for Pilgrim's Progress, because I remembered that email. Now I feel like we've got to see it through. I don't want to shortchange it, and we're just not in agreement about it, and I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. It was pretty bad yesterday. It was a different experience than we've ever had, and really disagreeing.
Well, I'm really happy with the performance, man. I don't want to recut it.
Okay.
I mean,
Oh, it's definitely good.
if you don't,
I'm feeling it.
if you don't like the snare sound, then that's something that could be addressed in the mix. You could replace it in there in the box.
I like it. I
don't.
I just think it's a little too dead, a little too deadened. I like the deeper thing rather than the higher thing.
Shouldn't have
Well,
started playing with the
Rich-
snares to begin with.
Well, listen,
Rich will
I think it's a
layer
very
some
cool
life.
thing to play with the snares.
He
And
will
and-
layer
and-
a snare with life on top of
Let
it.
me finish.
Sorry.
We never came in and listened to the snare sound. We never came. We did all that stuff with the drums, and we never listened to it. I mean, how many takes did they do of Strawberry Fields? When you're doing a record, you try stuff, you listen to it. Oh well, yeah, it's not quite. You don't just accept something that you don't think is as excellent as it could be.
The guys really were really feeling it, and we hit a crossroads. I know it was right after we finished Breath of Angels. We kind of constructed the album in sequence and built it, and we got to the end of Breath of Angels, and Broke for the Night came in the next day, and I was thinking we were really approaching home plate, and we should try to write another 10 or 20 minutes and wrap up the album, whereas Neal and the guys really wanted to explore this to its full length and go to a double album. And we knew that was the point that we were going to either go into Slave to Your Mind and begin disc 2, or in my mind, we would start wrapping things up. Neal and I have been working together, almost 20 years now, 18 studio albums, and surprisingly, we almost never disagree. We get along incredibly well and have rarely ever gotten into a fight or bickered or anything, but we had a really horrible day in the studio. And honestly, a lot of it was me. I was just really resisting and fighting the guys on my will. It was just a horrible day. One of the worst days I've ever had in the studio, and one of the worst days I've ever had in my relationship with Neal. And we slept on it, and I came in the next day. I apologized to Neal and the guys, and I pretty much relinquished my will and basically said, you know what, I'm gonna open up my mind and let's see where this goes. But once I got, stopped imposing my will and just let the music go where it needed to go, the magic happened.
So, we'll see what today brings. I'm praying. Lord, help us. Help us to get better. Help us to get through this and make this album what it wants to be. Help me to find it today, Lord. Find the way this album should be. I don't know.
And there's not much footage for the second half of the record. There's not much footage of the making of disc 2 because after that really tense day, we killed the cameras and just, we didn't want the pressure of the cameras rolling and stuff. So there's not much footage for disc 2, but it was magic. Once we got over that day, we followed our hearts, and when you follow your heart, you can't lose. It's one of the greatest albums of my career and mine and Neal's collaborations, and it's something that I could not be prouder of.
So I'm in here writing this morning. I couldn't sleep very well, and I like this part. This then in my dream. The piano's just coming through my computer, so sorry. Yeah, so I went this. Then in my dream, I saw two men appear. They didn't take the long way. Instead, they jumped the wall.
Crazy.
Totally.
That's what makes it pictures of exhibition.
Oh, this is the man in the iron cage.